What's up, YouTube? Let's go into one of my favorite points, cars. I always like talking about cars. So, since I've talked to a lot of people about cars, I have some advanced car opinions, and this is one of them that I probably haven't heard from anybody. So that's why I'm going to say it. And it is opinionated, so deal with it. All these newer cars that are coming out have this thing where the car drives and then it comes to a stop at a stoplight and the engine turns off at that point to save you some fuel. Then when you want to take off, you hit the gas and it's not like you have to start the car back up again. It just drives off seamlessly, okay? And we're all happy about how much gas we saved in that short amount of time where your car idled. Now, your car idling doesn't waste that much gas in the first place. And my gripe about this whole thing is you're disrupting basically what an engine does. Okay, engines don't like to be started and stopped. It's kind of the Achilles heel of an engine. Most all of the wear patterns of your engine came from starting and stopping it or operating it at the wrong temperature. Now, when a car is at an operating temperature, you have less chance of scratching up your piston walls and scraping up the rings and cracking things because the metal is basically more malleable. Once it's cold, it's brittle, it's snappy. And that's where you get a lot of scratches on your piston walls. It's basically when you stop your car, all of the oil from the head drains back into the oil pan. And when you start the car, it gets pumped back up to the top of the engine, and then it drains from the head back into, your push rods and your cylinder walls and everything. But that's not instantaneous. And I'm not saying that, I'm saying, it takes time for the oil to drain out of the head into the oil pan, but you're still losing a little bit of oil for however long you sat there. And you're not getting the exact same oil consistency throughout your engine. The other thing is, when your car is starting, it's not efficiently burning every injection of fuel that you put into it. It takes 2 or 3 little before you start getting your car going. So you're basically adding fuel onto the top of your piston, and that has to burn off. And when that's burning off, it's creating more carbon in your engine, as opposed to when your car was just constantly running and consistently burning the same charge. It didn't add a double charge and then burn off a double charge. You know what I mean? My last gripe about it is it really makes your car sound horrible. It kind of makes it sound like you're driving a stick car, but you stalled it, like you accidentally let off the clutch too early and the car stopped operating and you started it back up. That's exactly what it sounds like. And I've heard a lot of these cars, and especially with the larger engines, it's a lot of strain to start a larger engine, like a V8 or a V12 engine with a little electric motor. You're asking a lot of it. And you're creating strain on that. You're creating a lot of oil that needs to come back into the larger engine. It gets worse the larger engine gets, And that goes more into my point of why do you need fuel consumption on a larger engine? Why didn't you just get a smaller engine in the first place if that's what you were concerned about?